most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heine, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Are you dizzy? We're going to talk to you about the signs you need to call your doctor now, immediately, when you have dizziness. Because it's not always an emergency, but sometimes it is.
Right.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com. We're always doing a giveaway. Go to the giveaway section. We're redoing our website, too, by the way.
Oh,
That should be done soon. Also, you can find it on Facebook, the contest. It'll be pinned to the top of the page. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you only want 60 seconds of us a day.
There you go.
You can only put up with it. Bob and Brad, what are we giving away this week?
Booyah!
Yeah, we're giving away the Booyah Stick. Very versatile, really good for shoulder pain and posture and balance and anything else.
Exercises in general. I use it a number of times.
All right, there it goes. All right, dizziness, very common. You get that lightheadedness, feeling faint, a false sense of spinning sometimes, the vertigo.
Right, yep.
You get, the problem is it could be unsteadiness, loss of balance. You get a fall.
Falls, yes.
It can lead to something really bad. Some people also talk about just like they feel like they're floating or like it's swimming. I don't know.
Do you feel that way sometimes, Bob?
Right now. So we're going to talk to you about when you should call the doctor immediately. But at the end, we're also going to mention some common causes and cures.
Right.
So we're going to mention that. So when to call the doctor immediately. If you experience sudden dizziness along with a head injury, so like if you fell and then you have dizziness.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if like you're, lift up your head under a countertop and you bump your head and you get dizziness associated with that, and you better be concerned.
Yeah, my daughter Jamie, she got a concussion. It was something like that.
Yeah.
I remember, so it doesn't take much. If you're experiencing sudden dizziness with a headache and you normally don't get headaches, we're worried. A lot of these are concerned about a stroke,
right,
and or brain aneurysm. I don't want to panic people, but there's things that could be along with that. Same thing with a neck ache. If you're getting dizziness along with a neck ache that you didn't have before.
Right.
Now, if you have neck aches all the time and then you get dizziness, then I'm not as concerned.
Right. But if it pops out of nowhere, you haven't had it, there's some potential for some circulation problem there.
A high fever along with dizziness. Time to check with the doc. Blurred vision. Hearing loss. Difficulty speaking. What are all those, Brad?
Stroke or CVA potential.
Right. Numbness or tingling along with the dizziness.
So that would oftentimes maybe in the face as well.
Right, exactly.
Could be radiating down the neck of the arm, possibly.
Droopiness of the eye or mouth.
Typically on one side.
Yeah.
You need to get a hold of the doc or get in quickly.
Loss of consciousness. I sure hope people go in and see the doctor when that.
Right.
If you suddenly go out. Chest pain. Always with chest pain, you don't want to mess around with that. You want to have it checked out, even if you had it many times. Ongoing vomiting. That happened to me. I had it one night. I was a little dizzy and I vomited, but I only vomited once and the dizziness went away, so I didn't go in.
Sure.
But I think it was just something I ate.
Really?
It was strange. So those are it, Brad. Those are the things that you want to be concerned about and see the doctor.
I know one thing. If you do get dizziness, the big concern is falls. And we've got some of these common causes that, for instance, my mother recently had a fall and her blood pressure medication. Are we going to get into that?
Yeah, blood pressure, especially what they call orthostatic hypertension.
Right.
Hypotension, which means is when you stand up, your blood pressure goes down.
Right.
Or even when you go from, if you're laying down and you sit up. In fact, that's the test we do. So if someone's laying down, we first have them sit up.
Yep.
We check their blood pressure. Then we have them stand up and we check their blood pressure again. And if there's a drop of 20 points, that could mean that you have orthostatic hypotension.
Which dizziness and lightheadedness, but it
Yeah.
only lasts for usually, up to 30 seconds or so, and it consistently clears up and you feel fine. That's very common, particularly with people who've been laying, if they've been ill and been laying flat for, a number of days. Very common, especially if you're older.
So the easy recommendation or the easy solution, hopefully, to that a lot of times is just to sit up for a while before you get up,
Right.
and also stand up for a while before you walk.
Exactly. Right.
Now, also, are they checking your mom's medications at all? Or
Well, that was the issue. We think that she fell, but we think she took her blood pressure medication twice in
she
the
did.
same day.
Okay.
So it dropped it even more. But with
Yeah.
this COVID-19 thing, we couldn't monitor.
Yeah, it's been tough. hasn't
Yeah,
it?
we got a
So,
nurse coming in there now and monitoring for
Okay.
us.
So yeah, medications is a big common cause, and Brad and I see this a lot. We work in skilled nursing facilities or have done a lot. And so we see a lot of these dehydration, very common
Yeah.
in the elderly.
Right.
It just seems like they don't have that, they don't have the sensation that they are thirsty at all.
Right.
And so they don't drink enough water and they
Or-
become very dehydrated.
Or they drink too much coffee, which is diuretic, which can lower the
Sure.
fluids, and when you get lower fluids, the blood pressure goes down, and
Well, medications too.
right,
There's a lot of medications.
all these things kind of
Right.
overlap.
What else, Brad? Probably one of the more common causes is that when you have an inner ear, those little crystals, and they get in the wrong spot.
Right.
We just did a video on BPPV,
Vertigo.
and the only good thing about that is it's generally very treatable.
Right. Without medications, therapy.
Yeah.
Bob and I've treated many people
We've
with
got
this.
a bunch of videos on that,
Yeah.
but you'll if you have that, you want to check out the Epley maneuver, EPLEY, because that oftentimes a treatment or two, and it could possibly take it away.
Right.
So-
Right. And that's typically associated with head movement, whether you're laying in bed
Yes.
or up. If you move your head, not sometimes quickly and sometimes not even quickly, and you get that associated nausea and spinning. And a lot of times people will report the whole room is spinning. It can be very,
Oh, it's disturbing.
yeah. People are very, even younger people that have had it, they're just,
They're thinking
afraid.
something's very
Yep,
terrible
yep.
going on, and like Brad said, one of the biggest signs of that is you're laying in bed and you turn your head
yep.
to get up, and all of a sudden the world starts spinning.
Right, and you
So-
feel sometimes vomiting, or you feel like vomiting. Typically, that settles down within 30 seconds to
Yes,
a minute if
yes.
you don't move.
If it's that type of BPV or that
Right,
type of vertigo,
right.
it does tend to settle down. But
Right.
again, it's very scary. Hypoglycemia, in other words, you have low blood sugar.
Sure.
And I had a friend that would have a lot of episodes of this. And luckily now he's got a monitor that's actually, he's got a needle that goes into his skin the entire time. He's got the monitor there.
Sure.
And he can monitor on his phone.
Yep.
The only thing is when he stays over at our cabin, he sleeps down in the basement and alarm goes off if his blood sugars are too low. So
Why would you send him down in the basement
I know.
when he has his? Why don't you put him up with everyone else?
because he tries to
He
bug me all the time. So, but yeah, there's like 3-4 people down in the basement with him,
I see.
and the alarm's going off.
Yeah,
In the middle of
everyone's
the
waking
night.
up. Yeah.
And of course, there's been some drinking, going
Oh,
on, so-
Bob, let's keep that to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. All right. So I think that anemia. We see that too sometimes,
Right,
especially
right.
after surgeries and stuff like that.
And people that excessive exercise, especially I've done this where, like today, I'd be out and exercising for long periods of time, running, heat coming in, not enough salt, and I've gotten not so much dizzy but lightheaded.
I do too, and you become a lot more sensitive as you get older. And I'm using those. I'm almost taking those noon tablets.
Yeah, I've got
N-U. What did I say?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh, yeah,
N-U-U-N.
yeah, phonetic there, Bob.
Yeah,
But anyways,
those work well.
I need to get some of those because it's this time of year where I'm going to be out riding my bike and sweating
Yeah.
like a. Can I say pig?
Yeah.
Sweating like a pig, and I got to keep that.
No, it's true.
So-
I've gotten to the point now where I'm taking preventatively.
Yeah.
Like I took one this morning
Right.
because, It's just I'm more sensitive. I used to be able to, handle that.
Yeah,
type of
well,
stuff.
Bob, the aging process takes its toll on all of us.
That's right.
We're starting to babble now, Bob.
Yeah.
We're going to have to finish up.
All right. Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Except for
what?
Oh,
A broken
I forgot.
heart.
Oh, yeah, broken heart. But we're continuing to work on
We're
it
working on it.
effortlessly, even if we forget we did.
Yes. Thanks.